Colin Dobel is Executive Director of the Ontario Water Centre, a charitable organization focused on helping Ontarians to feel more connected to their waterscapes and to protect and restore water in ways that stimulate the economy and benefit their communities. Prior to joining the centre, Colin founded and led public engagement efforts focused on Georgian Bay, including Stop the Drop and Stop the Invasion. Stop the Invasion focused on engaging the public and addressing the threat posed by Phragmites to their local shorelines and communities, and reached 7,000 members between August and November of last year. Colin will be getting you familiar with his Phragspotter app. Please welcome Colin.
We have another opportunity to get people to mobilize and do things. Let's take a different angle. This is a problem, as people have said, that is rampant in the southwestern part of Ontario. But I've driven the whole of this Georgian Bay and photographed it all, and it is rife from basically the top of the Bruce all the way over to Honey Harbour. So it's not something that may come someday. It's something which is here with us now. But the good news is that most people who are in this room live in cottage areas where it's still very, very sparse. And as Janice and Nancy have mentioned, you catch it early, you can do it very cheaply, you let it go, you'll pay. So, if we focus on the question, as many of you probably thinking in the back of your mind, what should we do? I would encourage you to reflect on this. The fact is that the answer to that question is not an A or B. It's not a do you use herbicide versus do you not use herbicide. It's very contextual. It depends whether you're an individual like John Carson there standing in front of Wawatasi's first stand that we found last year, which is really on one small piece of property but is pretty dense and it's over water. Or are you the municipal councillors dealing with Richmond Hill, Vaughan, etc., who are dealing with a massive network problem, or in Janice's cases, who are dealing with huge spaces which are already completely infested. So it's not an issue of should we use herbicide or not, but don't let the possibility of the fact that there are different options out there paralyze us, lead us to argue about different things, and not do anything. The thing here is to figure out how can we all leave this room and this summer take steps which are unequivocally good, which won't get us into fights with other people, and will leave us at the end of this season further ahead from where we are now. So I'm going to suggest a couple of things you can do which won't be wrong. You can get informed. There are lots of websites now. GBF has some, the Phragmites Working Group has some, Stop the Invasion. There are many different angles at it, but you'll find that by and large, a lot of the same information is there. And so you're not arguing an awful lot about the core stuff. And the things that Lynn's done in terms of cutting, there are experiences that you can go and reach out to that will help you make choices. So my encouragement is that you start very, very closely in your backyard. Get out, look around your property in the neighborhood and find out, as this person has in the middle of, this is San Souci, I guess. They started out and put sort of a pin in the map. And this is using Phragspotter, which we'll talk about in a second. But in Phragspotter, you can actually go and see that it was Shirley Coleman. She has pictures of the stand and the seed head and where it happened. And that little blue thing at the bottom, the system allows you to go and contact her without actually ever learning. She doesn't reveal her email address to you until she responds to you if she chooses to. But you can go and reach out and find out other people in your territory who are actually trying to deal with this thing. So you can start to build in your neighborhood. And the thing is to get really tight. Your neighborhood, your neighbors, where are you vulnerable? What's happening? Where is it coming from? Etc., etc. Do what you can through the tools that you have to help your governments remember that you're there, that you're starting to pay attention. Because as Janice says, we're not going to get anywhere until all these political entities start to see that a lot of people are worried about it. So, crowd mapping using Phragspotter, I'm going to show you in a second what that can do. And it's a way of doing something on your own area and contributing to public good. So give me an example what happens. This is Honey Harbour. It took me a day last year using Phragspotter and driving around on a 9 horsepower to put that together. I'm not going to do it for all the rest of you, but the point is that if you sat down and spent time in communities, maybe you paid the kids $12 an hour, you'd actually get this done by the end of the season for your area. This is what helps you make your case to your local community and then also to your local government that this is a priority. It will help your government see some patterns. Now, gee, how do you think it's getting around our area? But it's taken Janice and Nancy how many years to get the MTO to pay attention? 10? 15? Right? This actually isn't not real hard to make your point. That the 400 goes over lots of rivers that all run into your bay, my bay, our bay. And it's all over the place. That little one over there is about 200 feet from Musquash. It's going to blow into there. It's going to run down into Go Home Lake, Go Home Bay. There's only 4 spots in Go Home right now, but that's going to change real soon unless we get going. Same thing, that, as you can see, that's Port Severn, and the story repeats itself. Every single river on the 400 that I looked at has frag within about 100 feet of it. So if you clean up your area, but don't do this, easy. Now let's talk about Phragspotter. It's a free smartphone app. We built it for iPhone and Android. It records a stand in under 30 seconds. You know how to use it. It's actually very easy to use. And it gets onto the maps you've just seen within 2 minutes, and then you can find people through it. Because the EDSMAPS people who want to receive our data, the MNRF has specified that anything goes in that database has to have a contact person with it. You will have to register and stop the invasion if you choose to do it. But I can promise you, and Bob, you can, I mean, anybody who's been around will know that we're not going to sell your name to anybody. We're not going to go and do anything with it. Quickly, when you get on, if you ever go to the Stop the Invasion site, this will tell you up here about it. Here's the story from, this is you guys, isn't it? This is Wimblewood, yeah. This is Nancy, so there's articles about it. It's a way of sharing stories. This is free, available to use in your own communities if you want. Put your own stories up. Thank you for downloading Phragspotter. We're delighted that you're interested in helping to crowd map the Phragmites invasion. This video is intended to help you get started. We're going to begin by mapping this sighting here. If you've got this far, you've already synced your smartphone app with your account with Stop the Invasion or Stop the Drop. You're now ready to start recording every time you see any stand of frag. The 2 buttons at the top of the page are the ones that you'll use when recording a frag sighting. The top button, Learning Mode, is the one you will use when you're not very experienced with this app. The bottom button, Regular Mode, is the one you should use from then on because it will save you time. Let's use the Learning Mode to show you how to get started. The first step in recording a sighting is to take a relatively close-up picture of the top of the plants you are standing in front of. Depending on the time of year, there may be seed heads visible, which is what you're looking for. In this case, take a picture of that seed head. In other cases, there will be no seed heads visible, in which case simply take a picture of the top of the plant. Click on the Take Photo button, then take the picture. Look at the picture you've taken, and if you like how it looks, click Use Picture. If not, you can click on Retake and retake the picture. The next step is to take a picture of the context, or the place where the plant is standing. Don't pull back so far you can't even see the plants. No more than 20 feet from the closest plant. Click on the Take Picture button, then take the picture. Follow the same steps to confirm that you are comfortable with the picture. The next step is to describe the type of habitat that the Phragmites plant inhabits. There are 4 main options, and you should choose the one that is closest to what is in front of you. In this case, I'll choose Ditch Culvert, and I'll confirm that that's what I mean. When you confirm the habitat, you'll be taken to a screen that allows you to indicate the approximate size of the stand you're reporting on. Again, there are 4 options. I'll choose medium, and I'll confirm that that's what I mean. At this point, we've finished the process. You click Send the Data, and the record you have created will be sent to our database to be placed on the community's map of total sightings. Remember that the whole reason to do this is to record as many sightings as possible. That way we can provide the most detailed map to our local leaders and governments. So please start using this app everywhere you go in Southern Ontario. there's no reason to limit your activity.